Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to let you in on a little secret that not very many people know about, and that is two databases that will really help you choose where to go on a road trip for whitetail deer hunt. If you're thinking about going to another state to hunt whitetails, these two databases are going to be really helpful to you. Now let's face it, you don't spend the money on a tag and a trip to go out of state to shoot a doe or a yearling. You're going to find a bigger buck than you can shoot at home. That's why everybody goes on a road trip. That's the reality. Now, I've been on about 30 of these road trips, and I have discovered that one of the best places to determine where to go is to find the best counties in each state that produce the most record book bucks. If you want to pick an area that you have the best chance of shooting a nice buck, then these counties that produce record book bucks are your best bets. And the Boone and Crockett database and the Pope and Young database are the ways to discover where these counties are. And I'm going to just walk you through that. First of all, I want to mention that the organizations, the Pope and Young Club and the Boone and Crockett Club, are two great organizations that are a lot more than just about keeping records of big bucks that have been shot. So keep that in mind. They're great conservation organizations that are advocates for hunting, and they're organizations that are worth being a member of, whether you've shot a record book buck or not. So I just wanted to state that. Now let's start with the Boone and Crockett database. Now Boone and Crockett has a feature on their websites called Trophy Search, and it costs $50 a year. But if you're going on a road trip hunt in another state, $50 is worth the data that you're going to get from this. It allows you to search based on non-typical or typical whitetails, any species for that matter, but this video is about whitetails. You can search by county of where these bucks were shot. So you can go in there and set the parameters so it actually shows you. You're going to pick a state, and it'll show you which county in that state has produced the most Boone and Crockett bucks. Then you can go right down the line, and you can see maybe the top 10 counties or whatever, and you can look at the counties that you're thinking about hunting, maybe the counties that have the public land that you're interested in, and try to determine if those public lands are in some of these counties that are consistently producing these top-end bucks. Now, Boone and Crockett bucks are your really top-end bucks. You're talking 195 non-typical, 170 typical and up. That's all these Boone and Crockett databases are going to show you. But they are a good indicator of what states and what counties within those states have the capability and consistently produce those really super top-end bucks. Okay, $50, it's what it costs for the Boone and Crockett Trophy Search. Now the Pope and Young Club has a similar search. They have a free search. Anybody can go on the Pope and Young, Pope-Young, Pope-Young.org, and go on there and look at this, and it will list all of the top entries. Now if you want to be able to sort like the Boone and Crockett one does, then you have to join, and you have to be a member of the Pope and Young Club, and then you can sort those entries on there as well. So the third way to do it is you can buy this huge book, which is the Pope and Young's Records of North American Game Animals, and they produce this, I believe, every 4 years. And when they produce it, they include a CD. At least this is the 2017 edition, the last one that I bought, and they have a CD in it. And in that CD, it has an Excel spreadsheet where all of the entries are listed. And so if you know how to use Excel, you can click on sort, and you can look and go ahead and sort through all the counties that have the most typical and non-typical Pope and Young bucks. And that is a really good way to do it as well. In fact, that's what I did when I wrote this book, The Freelance Bowhunter, which is a best-selling book about traveling to hunt to other states. It's called DIY Strategies for the Traveling Whitetail Hunter. And in the back of this book, I don't want this to be a commercial here, but I put the top 16 what I consider to be destination whitetail states that people travel through. So if you want to look at Iowa or Illinois, for example, you can look in this book, and I put the numbers right in the counties of these counties. Like if you look at Iowa, for example, you can see that some counties produce way more Pope and Young bucks than any other county. Now, Pope and Young minimum is 125 for typicals. So if you want to go to Iowa, you're going to look at these counties and go, wow, there's a whole bunch of states that haven't hardly produced any Pope and Young buck, but you got Des Moines County down here that's produced 102, Dubuque County that's produced 150, Alamoquite County's produced 180 Pope and Young bucks. Then that gives you an idea that there are certain areas of the state, and there's pockets where they really produce a lot of big bucks. If there's public land in those areas, that's where you want to go. So anyway, that's in a nutshell, basically what's available to you to help you choose where to go to up your odds of shooting a really nice buck in whichever state you're going to. So please subscribe. I'm putting out videos every week like this, and if you're not a subscriber, you're not going to see them. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. If you have a question, drop it in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer it, and we'll see you next week.